It's the book of Job, chapter 10, verse 21. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, and a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness. All right, before I get on with this video, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, a double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, hopefully elect. My brother Yahweh Call from the Great Millstone, Orlando, and you women are going to find out that you do in fact need a man, as we're in the time now where these women pretty much feeling the burn. They're feeling the squeeze, when it comes to the fact that they've been beguiled by the serpent. Going back into Genesis, all right, which that doctrine, all right, it wasn't an actual fruit that Eve partook of, but it was actual a particular doctrine. All right, and a part of that doctrine, a part of those philosophies that Eve partook in, basically what we see today, as far as these women thinking that they're superior to men. Anything that you can do, I can do better type of attitude, Miss Independent, and so on and so forth. And again, you're finding out, or these women are finding out, that it is coming out is coming back to haunt them. A lot of these women are going to end up dying by themselves, lonely. All right. And that's one thing about the Heavenly Father, unlike what the so-called white man has taught the society when it comes to having a bias towards women and children. When you're reading Ezekiel 9, starting at 4, reading on down, going into the judgments that's getting ready to take place, women, they're mentioned twice, and that's for a reason, because the Heavenly Father, he has no bias. He has no respect of persons. All right. Men, women, and children are going to be getting got, from the old to the young. And a lot of these women are in for some rude judgments, some cruel judgments. They're in for a rude awakening. All right. And that's why I started off with this, because this is a place without order, and order is going to be reestablished. All right. On the earth. All right. So like I said, majority of these women, you're going to find out the hard way, the painful way. All right. I just got this video here, because again, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is reestablishing order on the earth. All right. And you women are going to find out you're going to revert back to your natural role. All right. And being under subjection to a man. All right. Because when all hell breaks loose, you're going to find out you're not Superwoman. You're going to find out you're not Wonder Woman, and that's funny, because speaking of the chick that played Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, coming to find out that she just, because she just recently had a baby, and I believe she had to do some type of a surgery because she had, I think it was a blood clot in her brain, because you see, the Lord is pretty much knocking these people off of their high horse, but you're going to find out, order is going to be reestablished, and you women are going to revert back to your natural role in what you were originally, created for, which is to be in servitude to a man. So without further ado, I'm just play this video, and, I just want to put the copyright disclaimer. This is just strictly for educational purposes. I'm not making any type of monetary gain off of this video. So without further ado.
Surely I'm going to die soon. We have nothing to drink. We don't know where we are.
I feel dreadful. Honestly, I feel absolutely dreadful. I never thought I would be so desperate for food and water.
We don't care.
No dry clothes and no fire, because we have to make mistakes. So everything's... Are you saying something? Again, they are me!
We just caught a prehistoric animal.
The women have now been without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
I feel really drained. I'm just hoping that we can get some...
Trying to collect rainwater.
Believe it. We have nothing to drink.
So, you pretty much just, see the comparison, when it comes to the nature of a man, the nature of a woman, because, again, everything in this society is backwards. And that's why I read that Job 10, everything is just upside down. There's no order, especially when it comes to these women being just completely out of order. And that's why order needs to be reestablished. All right. And again, that's why, these women, man, they're going to find out the extremely hard way. All right. Because men, and I'm going to just say this to balance it out, because I always got to make the point when dealing with this topic when it comes to women. All right. Because again, women are not in any way, shape, form, or fashion superior to men, and there's nothing wrong with that, and just like I said, I just got to make the point, because people hear these this type of messages, especially when it comes to the facts of roles between men and women, and of course you're gonna think we're misogynistic and things of that nature, when that's just simply not the case. All right, I always say, hey, we love women. In fact, brothers have mothers, daughters, wives, and so on and so forth, sisters, and so on and so forth. We love women. All right. And I always furthermore point out the fact, in so much, the fact that we do love women, that's the problem. All right. Or that can be a problem. And that's why, in certain aspects in brothers' lives, because listen, we desire women. Let's just be real, we're men. All right. And we desire multiple women at that. But just being in the current setup that we're in, it's not needful, though it's lawful, it's just not expedient, is what I meant to say. All right. And again, the fact that we love women, again, that can be a part of the problem. All right. And that's why oftentimes the Lord is saving us from ourselves, when it comes to dealing with women, so we love women. But the facts are facts. Women are not superior to men. All right. But I just want to say, because that's not to say that women aren't important and they don't have their roles. All right. So I just say that just to balance things out, because, again, just, the environment that we're in. All right. Where everything is in this world is built off of the convenience, especially America is built off of the convenience for women. All right. This is why. Because by nature, again, men, they have a survival, a primal way of thinking, And this is why, again, I used to use the example all the time. When you put 10 men on the island and 10 women on the island, more, 9 out of those 10 men, or I'll say 8 out of those 10 men, they're gonna, figure it out, because that's just the DNA of a man, to figure things out, Because there's always a few exceptions to the rule, especially when it comes to the so-called men in this day and age, where they're not men, so that's not just, it's not to say that completely that men are just, big and bad or anything like that. A lot of these, and that's why a lot of these men are going to die too. All right. The Lord's going to be offering a lot of these dudes as well. All right. But in a general sense, overall, when it comes to majority, all right, again, you put 10 men on the island, more than likely 8 out of those 10 men, they're going to figure it out. All right. Because that's just a man's nature, but on the other side of that, 10 women on the island, more than likely you'll have maybe two out of the 10, and that's being nice. That can, maybe somewhat put something together, figure it out. All right. Because that's just not a woman's nature, A woman, she's not built for war. She's not built to handle stress like that, And again, because the times that we're in right now, where the tides are turning. All right. We're currently in that paradigm shift. All right. And like I said in the beginning, these women, they're starting to feel the squeeze. All right. Of this whole feminism nonsense, and these women are coming to find out how it's failed them. It's failing them. And these women are finding that out. It's a rude awakening. All right. And Apostle Tahar mentioned this not too long ago, about how, hey, man, these women, because men, again, men for the most part, man, they're built for adversity. Women are not. They're built. They like comfort. Women draw off of being comfortable, And we see a lot of these women, man, just how they're, because there's all type of women, and the scripture say, rise ye up, that you women that are at ease. We've been seeing just a flux of just, videos, right? Women basically crying out, and they're just through, starting to feel those curses, which they can't handle, right? Apostle Tahar made that a statement, about these women. They're feeling the curses, and they don't like it. They can't handle it, But even more so when this society collapses, all right, again, you women are in for a real rude awakening. Again, like I said, this whole society is built off of the comfortability of women, it's geared towards women, but when this thing collapses, you women are in for a rude awakening. All right. You're in for a rude awakening, because when things go back to this primal way of living, all right, where, it's survival mode, what are you women going to do then? Because again, you're under this delusion. And it's good to say that, hey, the Lord said that he would send people a strong delusion. And these women, they definitely have a strong delusion. All right. Just a strong delusion, man. It's just, it's crazy. But hey, you women are under this heavy spell that, like I said, you really believe you're Wonder Woman, you're Superwoman, and so on and so forth. They show all these women empowerment movies, right? Women kicking 10 dudes' ass and things like that. When that's just simply not the case. That's just simply not the case. That's not realistic. All right. It's just not realistic whatsoever. All right. Because all it takes, and that's another thing, I'll be seeing these videos, man. You actually, I saw one video where you had this this bodybuilding woman. She was a bodybuilder, big and muscular as hell. Basically arm wrestling with just a average Joe, just an average skinny white boy, and she couldn't it was an arm wrestling match, and she couldn't she couldn't handle that. She ended up losing an arm wrestling match to this scrawny so-called white boy. Talking about big muscular bodybuilding woman, and she she couldn't hold her own when it came to our arm wrestling match with just a regular, scrawny so-called white boy. So I mean, and like I said, I'd be seeing these videos where you got some. I saw one video. This dude looked like a Danny DeVito, if you know who that is. Just a beer belly, overweight, right? I don't know what it was, but they had some type of like an organized match, boxing match or MMA match. And it was against three women. And he was just basically ragdolling all these women. It was one against three, one man against three of these women, and he was just had his way with them. You see, and it's just little things like that. It just goes to show you, women are not superior to men in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But again, women are gonna have to learn that. Because again, order is going to be reestablished on the earth, and when the society collapses, and you women find out that you're not Superwoman, you're not Wonder Woman, all right, you're not Gal Gadot, all right, and when things go back to a primal way of living, when it's a dog eat dog world out here, all right, then you women are gonna naturally revert back to your who you are, and that is a possession to a man. You're gonna find that out. And that's why, hey, scriptures like Isaiah 4:1 is gonna come to play, because like I said, the Lord's gonna be killing a lot of these dudes out here, man. These Pookies, Ray Rays, a lot of men are gonna be put to death, and it's because like it tells in Isaiah 24, there's a crying for wine in the streets, and a part of that crying for wine, because there's a crying out for men, since there's a shortage on men, these women are crying out for a man. It's getting to a point where, hey, because a part of the doctrine, again, men can have multiple women. That's a God-given right, Man can only give you privileges, all right? Yahweh Shema Shah is the one that gives us rights. Man can only give us privileges, all right? So it's a God-given right for a man to have multiple wives. And of course that topic was shunned on for so long, but just the way that things are going in the society is not looking like a bad idea. For a lot of these women, it's not looking like a bad idea, And again, that's why scriptures like Isaiah 4:1 is going to come to play. A lot of these dudes are going to be getting offed by the Lord. All right. And like I said, there's already a crying for men, it's bad enough. Women, there's more women to men when it comes to the ratio. I believe that even Esau statistics tell you that there's 14 women to one man, so, I mean, you can't make it up, and it's bad enough, a lot of these dudes, man, they're locked up. All right. A lot of these dudes are moles, so there's already a shortage of men. It's like there's a shortage of men, double fold, times two. And that's why a man of the Lord is going to be precious in that day. A man of Yahweh Shema Shah is going to be extremely sought after for in that day. All right. Because, your brothers can feel it, brothers can sense the vibes, these women, they're choosy as they've ever been. All right, because these women are losing, man, these people, especially these women, they've been able to have their way for the longest. All right. And now it's time for order to be reestablished. And that's what's getting ready to happen. All right. Because the Lord is going to learn righteousness through judgment. All right. I'm going to grab this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go to Isaiah 4. Yeah. The notorious Isaiah 4:1. A lot of women are going to end up being destroyed because of this. a woman, she's going to be in agreement with the scriptures 100%. But the only one thing that she can't get past is this right here. Just a fact, because, a lot of brothers don't even practice having multiple wives. All right. But just the fact that it's a God-given right. All right. It's a man's right. A lot of women, they're going to be destroyed off the fact alone. Isaiah 4:1, and in that day, several women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Because you see, that reproach going into that shame. All right. You women have become just that, the shame, man. It's like, damn, it's unfortunate because, for the most part, man, these women, for the most part, man, they're good for nothing, maybe some box, but I mean, you can get box anywhere, hell, I mean, at this point, if you're going to pay for something, because, pretty much, one way or the other, a man has to pay for it regardless, one way or the other. And it's just like, if you're going to pay for it, you might as well just get you a, and harlot, and take care of your business and get your rocks off and move on from there, because the majority of these women, they don't cook, they don't know how to cook, can't boil water. These women, they're just useless. And in fact, the scriptures talk about how, because hey, you have speaking of harlots, prostitutes who actually, they a lot of these prostitutes, these women that sell themselves, a lot of them, they're honest women, and they're put in that position because they say prostitution is like one of the oldest professions, because oftentimes women are put in that position for whatever reason to where I mean, they don't have a choice. Something might have happened. They just had to revert to selling their body. And a lot of them are more honest than these, so-called women out here. And the scriptures tell us how, there's going to be more, matter of fact, let me find that real quick. Let the scriptures speak. Because a lot of these harlots have a better chances. A lot of these prostitutes have a better chances than a lot of you, so-called women, the so-called bad bitches, right? Whatever the case may be. And in that case, you're going to be exactly that, a bad bitch, like brother said, hey, you want to, I can do bad all by myself. Well, hey, that's exactly what, you're going to do bad by yourself, keep that same energy. Let me find this real quick. Like I said, man, a lot of these harlots, man, they're honest women, Bear with me real quick. I know that's why I just read Isaiah 4:1, because you women are really going to have to come with it, man. It's crazy enough because, for the most part, it's just gotten to a point where there's just such a divide, when it comes to men, women. There's such a separation. That's why you have all these movements, passport bros, which we don't, I mean, this is not the time to be traveling and none of that, But we're just at a point, well, men in general are just at a point where they're tired. They had enough. And, a lot of men are just becoming straight up eunuchs, want to deal with women, a lot of men are just, on a path of just bettering themselves. And, like I said, man, just all type of movements. All right. Because these men are tired, Yeah. Matthew 21. I'm going to just get to the point. Verse 31. Whether of them twain did the will of his father, they say unto him the first. Yahushua saith unto them, verily I say unto you, the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of God before you. So, matter of fact, verse 32. For John came unto you in the way of righteousness, and ye believed him not, but the publicans and the harlots believed him. And ye, when ye had seen it, repented not afterward, that ye might believe him. You see, because it's all according to the Lord's mercy. All right. And the Lord's going to show mercy to a lot of these prostitutes, because, again, they're more sincere than a lot of these women out here, man. Majority of these women out here, man, they're full of shit, you know. They're full of pride. And most of them are just past the point of no return. So, I mean, at this point, a lot, you know, the majority of these women, their only option is to be put to death. Because you best believe, man, listen, when the time comes, all right, again, because as I'm going to go back to Isaiah 4, you know, hey, man, Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, you talk about, there's a great humbling that's getting ready to take place. All right. You know, and these women, again, when the society collapses, man, right, you're not able to put on all that bullshit makeup. You're looking like clowns, looking like Pennywise, right? You're not able to get the weaves and the hair extensions, right? All those eyelashes, all right? All those BBLs and things of that nature, right? Which none of that shit is attractive to a real man anyways. You know, majority of these women are just, you're straight up insecure, you know, and you think you're attracting a man, all right, when you're just pretty much devaluing yourself even more, all right, because it's bad enough, the scriptures say, when a woman, if she sleeps with any man outside of her husband, she's polluted, you know, and we know these women have a high body count as it is. You know, the numbers are astronomical when it comes to the body count of these women, you know. So again, the fact that a woman, if she sleeps outside of anyone outside of her husband, she's polluted, right? Well, again, you know, so you're already devalued at that simple fact that you women have, you know, slept with multiple men. And like I said, you just devalue yourself even more when you put on that stupid ass makeup, all right, and things like that, all the BBLs and all that bullshit, which a real man's not attracted to that anyways. So I'm making a point again, when this society collapses and you don't have access to these things, because again, everything is catered in this society for women. All right, it's catered to the society for this woman. In fact, that's why, hey, to you women, you know, you're seeking a man of the Lord. All right, brothers be putting it out there, you know, hey, make your moves, you know, make your moves, hit a brother up on a comment board or something, you know, because again, the fact that you women have a basically you have the high ground as of right now. That's why, hey, again, everything is catered to you women. You know, so with that being said, hey, you know, hey, help brothers out. You have different accounts. Apostle, forgot who, I think it was Apostle Dahar. He was just bringing this out in Romans chapter 16. Romans 16, I'm gonna start at 1. I commend unto you Phoebe, our sister, which is a servant of the church, which is at Centria, that you receive her in the Lord as becometh saints, and that ye assist her in whatsoever business she have need of you, for she have been a succor of many, and of myself also. Talking about basically getting help, you know, because again, the fact that you women are put up in these positions, all right, basically you have the high ground right now, you know, because hey, listen, brothers are catching hell, you know. Brothers are catching hell, you know, and you women are set up to where you're put in these positions to where you can help brothers out, you know. Utilize your gift, you know, because like I said, the topic of the these type of topics dealing with the women and whatnot, it's not to just completely, you know, get on the woman, trash a woman or anything like that. you know, and that's the thing, because for the past 6 decades, it's always been about the men. The men ain't shit. The men need to step up, this and that. But now that the spirit over the years has been getting on you women, again, you don't like it. You know, you can't handle it because you've been put up on this pedestal by the so-called white man. And again, the Lord he's no respecter of person. But the fact that you pretty much have the upper hand, you have the advantage as far as in this society, utilize your gift, you know, because brothers need help, you know, and you have certain sisters out there, certain women out there, they help out the ministry, you know, you know, some of you women, you know, there's some women out there that they make garments for brothers, you know, they tithe brothers, whatever the case may be, you know, help brothers out, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much the point there. Matter of fact, when you read verse 3, it says, greet Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Hamashiach Yahushai, right? I'm look up this word succor in verse 2. It says a woman set over others. And again, you women have when it comes to this society, you women have the advantage. All right. You know, it's just cold how the Lord set it up, you know, because, you know, you women, some of you women, you live by yourself, but you got 3-bedroom apartment, you know, hey, you can use that for the ministry, you know. You know, you women, some of you women, you know, you got decent paying jobs. All right. You know, you can help brothers out. A lot of you women are in positions you can help brothers out, you know, if you want to know what you can do to, you know, serve the Lord. Right. You know, if you're sincere about serving Yahweh Shema Shai. Right. Because like I said, man, brothers are catching hell. You know, brothers are jacked up, you know, and it's no coincidence. Right. You women have the upper hand in this society, which the scriptures say that a woman shall compass a man. Right. It says a female guardian, protectress, or protectress. It says caring for the affairs of others and aiding them with her resources. So you see, all right, those resources, you know, and a lot of you women, you have resources, certain resources that you can utilize for the body, you know, for brothers, for camps, you know, or whether it be for, you know, like I said, for camps or brothers individually, brothers personally. Like I said, you know, to you women, certain elders be putting it out there, you know, like the elder Amawan Gabar from the main camp in New York, you know, he always goes into that, you know, about how, hey, woman, you make yourself available, you know, hit brothers up on a comment board. It ain't got to be a newer video. It could be on an older video, you know, hit a brother up, you know, shoot your email, you know, like the elder says, shoot your shot, you know, if you see your particular liking to a particular brother, hey, shoot your shot, you know. And if it's meant to be, hey, the brother will see it. The brother will see it, man. He'll see the comment or whatever. And hey, you know, I mean, through the spirit, it'll come together if it's meant to be, you know. But you women definitely have resources, all right. You know, like I said, you know, you women, hey, brother ain't got a car. You know, woman, you might have 2 cars, you know. And like I said, living in a 3-bedroom apartment by yourself, you know. Excuse me. So going back to Isaiah 4:1. Listen, that'll go a long way in Isaiah Habashim Shai. You know, utilizing your resources for the Lord's men. All right. Going back to Isaiah 4:1 and 2. It says, in that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely. for them that are escaped of Israel. And that's like it, because going back to verse 1, it said we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Because I was making a point. It's to a point where women have become such a reproach. You have such a stigma on you, that it's just to the point. A lot of men don't want to deal with women. And it's to a point where, hey, men pretty much fend for themselves. I say this all the time. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to do my own thing. Pretty much the only thing I need a woman for is procreate. And I'm not trying to have any more seed on this side. You see, I don't want no more seed. So Lord willing, I be a man of the Lord. Hey, you're gonna have to come with something. I'll wash my own clothes. I know how to sew. Believe it or not, I know how to sew. I know how to do my own thing. So that's why I'm going to say, hey, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, right? You women better learn something, a trade or something. You're going to have to come with something. Because I was also making a point earlier, when the Lord strips you down and you ain't got no more makeup, you can't hide behind the makeup, right? Or anything like that. When you are stripped down to who you really are, what you really look like, when the Lord makes you bare, all right, we're going to see you for who you really are, your true colors. When the society collapses and you're not going to be able to go to the, grocery stores and get the basic necessities, right? Such as, what you need when your monthly cycle comes on, right? Which that in itself is going to attract all type of animals, predators, it's going to get gruesome out here, man. So you better come with it. You better come with it. All right. Because, hey, like it says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So you women are going to be begging a man of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. You're going to be begging begging a man of Yahweh Shema Shai, It's going to get to a point, man. Hey, brothers going to have to be beating women off, man. Because believe it or not, it's going to be more rejecting than accepting. All right. Because again, majority of you women, you just pass the point of no return. You're just through. All right. And best believe brothers are going to have that spirit of discernment to see right through you. The majority of these women are going to get rejected. All right. So verse 3 says, and it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one of that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion. So you see, judgment is coming. There's a purging coming for you women too. It says, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. So you see, all right, there's a great humbling coming. All right. And you women are going to feel it the most. All right. Because again, there's going to be one hell of a wake up call. All right. You're going to find out you're not superwoman. All right. You're not Miss Bad, independent. I don't need no man. All right. Keep that same attitude. Keep the same energy. You're going to find out, I mean, it don't look like it now because, hey, we're still in the cool of the day. Things are operating pretty much for your benefit. And all hell hasn't broken loose yet. You see? And then that's the thing about it. Hey, when all hell breaks loose, boy, man, I could see it overnight. When we're going to be crying out, man, looking for a man of Yahweh Shema Shai. I could see it overnight. I tell brothers often, hey, prepare, because somehow, some way, women are going to be popping up on your job. You're going to be looking like, man, how the hell did she find out where I work at? Just following you in the grocery stores, showing up at your crib, and you women that have a man of Yahweh Shema Shai, you women that are married to brothers, hey, you get ready too, because, hey, the Lord dealt with his men. What makes you think you're not going to get dealt with? You're not going to get tried and tested, So you women, hey, you're going to be, because, hey, you got responsibilities too, especially if you're going to be the head wife, and again, you don't want to hear that part. But, hey, I mean, if you don't agree with it, then Yahweh Shema Shai, he's just going to remove you out the way. He's just going to replace you. It's that simple, It's that simple. We're not here to argue or go back and forth with, the Lord's program and what he has set up. If you don't like it, the Lord's just going to move your ass out the way. all right, and replace you. All right. You know, so get with the program or not. It's that simple. But nevertheless, you're going to be tried too, you know, because again, when it comes to this topic of Isaiah 4:1 and brothers having multiple wives, that's the hard pill to swallow, man. That's like the elephant in the room, you know. But it's coming. All right. It's coming. It's going to play out on this side. All right. So you women that have men of the Lord, you're married to men of the Lord, get ready. All right. You know, because you have heavy responsibilities too. You know, like I said, it's not to say just because you're not superior to a man, in fact, you're inferior, but it's not to say you don't have your important roles. All right. You have your roles, you know, but you're going to be tried too. All right. It's like the Lord deals with his men, and you women are not exempt from judgment. And that's what's coming. Judgment. All right. A purging, a humbling. You see, and you women are going to revert back to who you really are, your true nature. And women are going to find out, man. You know, you women are going to find out. But Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shalom to you, hopefully let.